Verbling. My name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And today we're talking about jobs, about what makes a job good or bad. And if you guys have any questions on this class or would like to suggest a topic for a future class, friend me on Facebook. I'll put my Facebook name in the chat box for you. Monica, welcome to class.
Hello, thank you.
Good to have you here with us, Monica. I'll put the notes in the chat box for you. You can open them up, and I'm also going to be screen sharing them for our discussion on jobs. So to start class off, tell us what you do. Do you have a job, or what do you do on a daily basis?
I am a nurse, and I am from Colombia. In this moment, I am not working, but I would like to work in United States as a nurse, as a registered nurse.
Cool. Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, of course. I enjoy working in a hospital, helping people. I like my job.
Excellent. All right. And Anatoly, welcome to class.
Hello, thank you.
All right. Anatoly, tell us what you do.
Do you mean what is my job?
Yep.
I work as an accountant.
And tell us, do you like it or do you not like it very much? And tell us why.
I like my job. It is interesting. I need to know laws, economics, and IT technology also. Programs because we use special program. I like my job. Yes.
Sounds like interesting work.
Yes, I think yes.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing, Anatoly. And Abimelech, can you tell us what your job is or what job you intend to have one day?
I work as a audio recordist.
As a what?
Audio recordist, recording.
Oh, recording. Okay. Audio recording. Okay. And do you like it?
Actually, I'm not very keen on it.
Why not?
Because I like. I would like another job.
So, what are the downsides to your work?
Downside means I don't like to hear audio continue for 6 hours or 7 hours, 8 hours.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes.
All right. Long hours are difficult to work. I can see why you might want to change. Thanks for sharing, Abimelech. And Note, welcome to class.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Hi, Note. Good to have you with us. Tell us what your job is or what job you intend to have.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you clearly. I earn a living by working as a translator.
A counselor?
Sorry, interpreter, translator.
I'm having a little trouble understanding you. Will you put the word in the chat box?
Sorry. I didn't see any chat box. How can I
I'll
type
screen share this so that you can see, and as well for anyone else out there. So on this page, we should have some icons on the left. This top one is a chat box for Google, and that one is
Oh,
good to use, but right now we mainly use the Verbling chat box. So down below there's a blue one with a yellow V. That's the one that I usually look at first, but of course I check both. So either one is totally fine.
okay.
Make sense?
Oh, okay. Can you hear my typing?
I can hear you a little better. Will you say the word one more time?
I am working as interpreter.
You're cutting out a little bit. I'm having trouble
Yeah.
understanding. Technology can be frustrating sometimes. Did you find the chat boxes? Oops. Okay. Well, then hopefully he comes back, but otherwise we'll move on. And I have a list of jobs for you guys that I want you to write in the chat box for us. So this is dictation. I'm going to say a few words and you guys write them down and put them in the chat box. Everyone ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to say some job categories or career paths. So that's what you'll be listening for. All right. Mechanic. The first one is mechanic.
Yeah, mechanic.
All right. Number 2, plumber. Plumber. Number 3, social worker. Social worker. Number 4, clergy. Clergy. Number 5, architect. Architect. 6, beautician. Beautician. 7, I think. Estate agents. Estate agents. And number 8, chef. A chef. Okay. So there are our jobs. We're going to talk about those jobs for a sec, and let me look over your spelling to make sure we got all this right. Mechanic. So mechanic was spelled correctly by Abimelech. It's M-E-C-H-A-N-I-C. Mechanic. And I'll post these for the correct spelling in the chat box as well. All right. The next one, plumber. You guys all got it right. Has that silent B in it, which is kind of tricky, but you guys got it. All right. Then we had social worker. You guys got that one as well. Clergy. A couple people spelled it right. C-L-E-R-G-Y. Architect. Looks like
What
everyone
does
got
clergy
that
mean?
one. Good question. Can anyone help him and explain what clergy is? Or how about Monica? Any idea what clergy is?
It's a person maybe that know about the Bible.
Could be someone who knows about the Bible. It's basically a religious job. So it could be Christianity, but it could also be another religion, could be Islam or Judaism, Buddhism. Clergy would be a term for a religious affiliate. So basically any job that has to do with
Okay.
Okay,
wood.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Everyone spelled beautician right. Estate agent would be with an E in the beginning. I think that might have been my fault, but estate agent. And I'll put that in the chat box for you guys. Estate agent. What is an estate agent? Anybody know?
People who provide uh, sell estates, houses.
Yeah. They sell houses or help people buy houses. Definitely. Sometimes it's called real estate.
Okay.
And chef. Perfect. Okay, so the spelling went well. You guys did an excellent job on that dictation. Now I want you guys to assess if you would enjoy these jobs. Which jobs sound the best and which jobs sound the worst. I'm also going to put my screen share back up so you all can see what we're talking about. Okay. Let's start with Abimelech. Will you tell us what of those jobs you think would be the best?
Okay, for me, mechanic would be best.
And tell us why.
Because it's kind of physical activity, and with this work, we can listen music sometimes, and
Yeah.
that's the reason.
All right. Anatoly, which job of that list do you think would be the best for you?
Maybe architect.
And why do you think architect would be good?
Because it is a creative job and it would be partly a job and partly deal which we like. I don't maybe it could be part of a relaxed activity because it is a creative job.
All right. Excellent. And Monica, which of those jobs sounds the best for you?
The best job for me is architect because I identify me with it because I like to design and create modern buildings, house. I like the modern buildings and house. I think if I could study another profession, maybe I would like to study architect. I think in this career you can use your imagination for create a wonderful places that people would like to visit.
True. Very true. And Note, tell us which job you think would be the best from that list.
Yes, I think the best job for me may be plumber.
And why would you like to be a plumber?
Maybe funny, but in dramas or some series, the plumber always be the hot guy or something like a sexy guy.
Yeah, a guy who works with his hands. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the plumber job would be funny, and I like to work with the cool thing, just like cool thing, maybe the water or some kind of that job. Sorry, I couldn't think anymore.
No, that's a good idea. A lot of people find that work satisfying.
Yes.
Okay. Now what about the worst jobs from that list? What would you definitely
Mm,
not like to do? Note, you can go first.
may,
Tell us which sounds the worst.
maybe clergy.
The chef? Why is that?
No, I'm sorry, the clergy.
Oh,
The
clergy.
clergy. Yeah, clergy. Sorry.
Uh-huh. So why would that be the worst?
Mm, I think there must be some kind of boring or something.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, good answers. I love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for answering, Note.
Thank you.
Monica, which job do you think would be the worst?
Oh, definitely for me, the the worst job is plumber because I don't know how can I fix it something like that, I know I don't know how can I fix all things about the plumber. I don't know if I get a leaking in my house. I don't know how can I fix that. That's why I think this is not a good for me.
You'd have to learn a lot. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. And Anatoly, which job would be the worst for you?
Hmm. Maybe it is not exactly answer for your question, the worst for me, but I wouldn't agree to be, for example, clergy, because I don't think that it is a job for me. It is difficult to explain.
So it's a
Clergy.
bad job for you, but you can't really explain why you don't like it. Is that it?
It is not a bad job, but I can't work as a clergy. I'm not sure about pronunciation because maybe people who are ready to work in this area only then could choose this way, this path.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very true. All right. Thanks, Anatoly. Ken, welcome to class. Ken, are you there?
Yes, hello. How are you?
Hello. Good to have you with us.
Thank
So
you.
right now we're talking about a list of jobs, and the jobs include mechanic, plumber, social worker, clergy,
Mm-hmm.
architect,
Mm-hmm.
beautician, estate
Mm-hmm.
agent, chef. So from those jobs, which do you think would be the best for you and which would be
Mm-hmm.
the worst?
What is state agent? Public servants?
An estate agent could be a public servant, but it's usually a person who helps people sell houses or buy houses.
Uh-huh. Kind of real estate.
Yeah, like real estate. Exactly. It's a general term for real
Mm-hmm.
estate.
Do you think? And I forgot. Can I see the option? What you said?
The options are all written in the Verbling chat box,
In chat. Okay.
and you have to scroll up a little bit because
Okay.
everyone wrote each word, but they're all there.
Best job for me. I don't know. Architect? I don't know.
Architect would be best.
Probably
And why is that?
because I like to architect means to think about the design to design the person who designs the building.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm interested in that.
All right. And what about the worst one for you?
Worst. Mm, Collage is kind of the 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 father or the priest?
Yeah, could be a priest or another religious affiliate. So maybe a
Okay.
rabbi for Judaism.
Probably plumber because I don't know how to do it.
All right.
I'm not good at kind of precise, hand technique.
Okay. Thanks, Ken, and welcome to class.
Thank you.
And last up, Abimelech, tell us which of those jobs would be the worst for you.
The worst would be for me is chef.
Oh, chef? Why is that?
Because I don't like cooking and I'm very bad at cooking.
Got it.
At my home, whenever I cook, nobody likes to eat.
Oh, no. So you think you're not skilled in that area?
Yes.
Okay. So now that we've talked a little bit about those jobs, we're going to do a little fill in the blank. It's a short paragraph, and you just have to choose one of the jobs we talked about and fill in here. So the paragraph is, do you want a job that brings you happiness? If so, you might want to consider blank as a career. The new league table has said that blanks are the happiest workers in the UK. So, in the UK, which of those jobs do you think makes people the happiest? Let's ask Monica. Which of the jobs we just talked about do you think got rated as the happiest job in the UK?
Oh, I don't know, but I think I don't know what is the job that happiest the workers. Maybe a fashion designer. I don't know.
Okay, maybe a fashion designer. Anatoly, what do you think got rated the happiest job in the UK?
From the list of jobs which we read before, or no?
Yeah,
Or,
from the list.
I expect something unusual. Answer could be plumber, maybe.
All
Or
right.
student,
Good
and
guess.
a student also could be.
Maybe.
Very.
All right. Ken, what's your guess for the happiest job in the UK?
UK. Yeah, student. Student included. Or I don't know.
All right.
Maybe student is happiest, but some students spend a hard time probably. British people love gardening, but there's no gardeners here on the list. So, beautician?
Good guess. Note, take a guess. From our list, what is the happiest of those jobs in the UK?
I think social worker.
All right, social worker. Interesting choice. Thanks, Note. And Abimelech, what do you think is the happiest job in the UK?
I also think social workers are the happiest workers.
All right. So the answer here is beautician, and Ken got it right. And there's one specific kind of beautician that we're going to talk more about, because beautician can refer to somebody who does hair or does makeup or even sometimes clothes. So we're going to read a little more specifically about hairdressers. And they gave us the answer to this paragraph. Do you want a job that brings you happiness? If so, you might want to consider hairdressing as a career. A new league table has said that hairdressers are the happiest workers in the UK. So that's our start. And the next paragraph here, Abimelech, will you read it for us?
Okay. So what is it about being a hairdresser that makes you happy? Jonathan Pickup, who works at the Slice Salon in Newcastle and has been a hairdresser for 21 years, says it's quite a young environment.
Mm-hmm.
Young people, you get to my age and it is quite nice to be around people who are eager in their job. Am I done?
Where are you reading from? Yeah, where are you reading from?
So what is it to their job?
Uh-huh. See, yeah, got it. Okay. And the next paragraph is for Ken. Oh, Ken, are you? Oops, Ken's gone. Okay. Anatoly, will you read that paragraph, the highlighted one?
Yes, Michael Osbaldeston from Examination Body City and Guilds, who conducted the survey, said there were lots of reasons why happiness and hairdressing should go hand in hand. It is the relationship they have with their client, which makes the job what it is. They are appreciated. They make people feel good and look good.
Thank you very much. Monica, will you read this next one for us?
Okay. But before you get out your curling tongues and enroll of the nearest hairdressing course, see what all other hairdressers have to say. Here are some of the comments posted on the BBC website following this story. I am a former hairdresser. I gave up 8 years ago to do a degree. I am now working at a university and have regular hours, no back problems, Saturdays to do what I want with, and no late nights. There are nothing I miss about hairdressing.
Yep, and this very last section here, note, can you read it for us?
Sorry. I did summer work.
Sorry, go ahead.
I did summer work as a hairdresser. As a teenager, I hated every minute of it. There was no way in the world I would want to be a stylist, and now very content working on it.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we heard a little bit about why it's good and why it's bad. Now let's talk a little more about that text. Find the reasons why hairdressers are happy. So what are the reasons that hairdressers are happy? I'll give you guys a second to think. Monica, why do you think hairdressers are happy?
Because the beauticians work there and they change the appearance of the people, and the people feel good with this work, and they feel good because they do feel younger the other people with their job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Anatoly, any other reasons why you think being a hairdresser is good? What did they say in the article? Are you there, Anatoly?
Yes, I forgot to click on the
So why
microphone.
are hairdressers happy?
Maybe it is a good environment and society, because everyone, lots of people around this person are eager in their job.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Can anyone else see some reasons why hairdressers are happy from the article?
Yes, it's quite trendy, and hairdressers think it's quite nice to be around people.
Yeah. You get to be around people, it's a trendy job, and they're appreciated. It says that in the second paragraph there. They're appreciated and they make people feel good, which is a positive as well. All right. So why are hairdressers unhappy? We also talked a little bit about the bad parts of being a hairdresser. Abimelech, can you remember any of those bad things about being a hairdresser?
Mm, I think they can't go anywhere at the weekend.
Mm-hmm. That was one thing they mentioned. Totally. Okay. Note, any other ideas why being a
Yes,
hairdresser is not a great job?
I think hairdresser is hard work because uh, that people say that they have stand for a long time, so they have back problems.
Yeah.
And I think that beautician also have to work in the Saturday and Sunday and for the night time because people who go to the beauty salon will have the time to go in the Saturday and Sunday and after the
Mm-hmm.
work. Maybe the
Yeah,
beautician don't have that much time with their family or something.
exactly. You hit the nail on the head. So, our answers below. Part 1, it's a young environment, you're around young people, relationship with the client, hairdressers are appreciated for making people look and feel good. Those are the good things. And then the bad things are irregular hours, back problems, have to work on Saturdays, and late nights. So those are tough as well. So there are some good and bad things. Do you guys have any other comments or questions before we move on to the next thing? Okay, go
There
ahead.
was one idiom, hand in hand. What do you mean by that?
Oh, excellent question. Let's see. I remember seeing it. I don't remember what paragraph it's in. Let me find it really quick. Here we are. Okay, so it's in the second paragraph. It says, from examination body, city, and guilds who conducted the survey said there were a lot of reasons why happiness and hairdressing should go hand in hand. Does anyone else want to give a try at defining the expression hand in hand?
No.
All right, so hand in hand is something that goes very well together. So happiness and hairdressing, they say, go very well together, and they're an appropriate match. Another expression that we sometimes use similarly is like hand in glove. So a glove obviously fits really well around your hand, and they're an appropriate match. They're good together.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm. Okay. Any other questions from this article about hairdressing?
No.
Great. Then we're going to move on to the next thing. And note, will you read everything I'm highlighting right now?
Okay. Here is the conclusion to the article. Can you complete it with jobs from the list? One group is jobs people were happy in. The other jobs people hated. Some happy alternatives. So maybe there are a few downsides to being a dresser, even if the job does make some happy. So have some happy long hours and a lot of standing may not make everyone happy. If hairdressing isn't your thing, then you'll be glad to hear that the same survey found that, as well as hairdressers.
Okay. So in these next few blanks are jobs that make people really happy. There's 5 of them, and you can pick from the list or create your own. So if you guys want to add something here that you think would be a really happy job, you're welcome to do that. And I'm going to start with Abimelech. What do you think are the 5 jobs that make the people the happiest? Jobs people really like?
Okay, number 1 would be IT sector, who works at IT sector.
That's a happy job.
Yes.
Okay.
And number 2 would be mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 would be sports person.
Like an athlete?
Yes, athlete.
Okay.
And for actor and actress. And
Good one.
number 4, musicians.
Awesome. Very good ones. Thanks, Abimelech. Anatoly, what do you think are the 5 jobs that make people the happiest?
It could be artists, actors, maybe, architect, I think engineer or IT specialist.
Interesting choices. Awesome. Monica, what are the 5 jobs you think would make people the happiest?
Okay, before I say my list, I think the job that would make happiest the people is if the people like your job, it could be good for them. That's why if you work in something like you like, you will be happy. My list is chef, fashion design, soccer players, pilot, and nurse.
Okay, so you put your job on the list of happy jobs. That's nice.
Yeah.
Good to hear you like your job. All right. Note, what do you think are the 5 happiest jobs?
Yeah, I think the happiest job may be the artist, because the artist make an art that make people happy when they see it or listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one maybe the chef, because the chef make the delicious food. So the people who eat the delicious food, they will be happy, and the chef will be happy too.
All right.
Then the next one may be the football players, because
A football
when
player. Awesome.
sorry, the football player, because if they win the game, they make many people happy with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one may be teacher, because teachers always teach people something they don't know. So the students are happy, the teacher are also happy too.
Uh-huh. That's a cool way to look at it. All right. So we're going to continue and talk about some of the unhappy jobs and eventually find out the answers. But I want to know what you guys think makes the good qualities in a job. So you chose several jobs as jobs that make people happy. I'd like you to write a sentence in the chat box telling me what qualities a job needs to have in order to be a good, happy, satisfying job. So write a sentence in the chat box telling me why you think a job would make someone happy or unhappy. And if you guys have any questions while you're writing, I'm right here, so you're welcome to ask me.
The sentence could be happy job is an interesting and etc. Yes, like this.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me the qualities of any general job, anything that you think a job would need to have in order to make a person happy who does it.
Okay.
Okay. Could you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so you guys are going to write a sentence in the chat box describing the qualities a job needs to have to make a person happy. So for instance,
Okay.
I might write something like, in order to make a person happy, a job needs to work with people or needs to be different every day to keep it interesting or something like that.
Okay.
We've got one sentence ready. Fashion designer is a person who has a lot of creative, make feel good the people. Excellent ideas, Andres. I have a couple corrections for the grammar of that sentence, but I like the ideas you expressed.
This is
So,
Monica.
oh,
Okay.
excellent, Monica. Is that your last name, Andres?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, we need an article before fashion designer. A fashion designer is a person who has a lot of creative. When you say creative, do you mean creativity? Because creative is an adjective, meaning we have to follow the word creative with a noun.
No,
Or you could turn it into a noun.
I want to say creative person, creative. I can pronounce.
So in order to make that word a noun, we would write creativity.
Creativity.
Right. Excellent. So
a lot of creativity. Yeah.
Okay. And makes people feel good. So reorganize that. Oops. Misspelled good. Okay. Reorganize that a little bit and it becomes a wonderful sentence. Thank you, Monica.
Okay.
Next up, architect is an interesting creative job which helps people live in good environment. Awesome thoughts, Anatoly. I'm going to give you the same advice that I just gave to Monica. We need an article before architect. So an architect is an interesting creative job which helps people live in a good environment. And environment has a typo. We use O like this. Like that. Just a couple small corrections.
Okay, thank you.
But good idea, Anatoly. And we're just waiting on 2 more sentences. Abimelech, are you almost ready with your thoughts?
Oh, yes.
Take your time, no rush. Note, how about you? Are you almost ready?
Writing now.
All right. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to ask me. All right, let's look at this next sentence. Working in the IT sector is an interesting job because it's a job related to every person today, and that would make them very happy. Okay, so a few corrections here. I'm going to copy it and correct it a little bit. Start with a capital. Working in the IT sector is an interesting job. And we don't need a new sentence for because. We'll change the period to a comma. Because it's no capital needed. It's a job related to every person. Singular would be person today. And no need to start a new sentence, and that would make them happy. Okay, there you go. That's all the corrections we can make there. All right. Note, you're welcome to continue working on your sentence and put it, there we go. Okay, plumber is an important job for every house because all housewives might be hating the dirty piping jobs. So the plumbers are there for you. Yes. Excellent. So let's see. First off, we do not need to start a new sentence with because, so you can take the period out, making plumber is an important job for every house because all housewives might be hating the dirty piping jobs. All right. Good sentence. Thanks, Note. All right. Now that we're done talking about awesome jobs, let's talk about some jobs that make us unhappy. So, however, to save yourself from unhappiness in your job, avoid being, and we have 3 blanks here. So now you guys have to come up with 3 jobs you think make people very unhappy. And when I say make people unhappy, I mean the people doing the jobs. Like a dentist might be unhappy because it's very difficult or gross work, right? So this time I'll start with Note. What are 3 jobs you think make people unhappy?
The first one for me is the cleaner.
And why is that?
Because I think cleaning job is a very tough job.
Could be.
Yes, and the next one maybe so
So cleaners, what else?
okay, that's it for me. Sorry.
That's a good start, Note. Thanks. And Monica, can you give us a couple more? Some jobs that you think make people unhappy?
Okay, I think people who works in a construction, because I think this job is too hard.
Mhm.
So sometimes people need to work on the streets and with a bridge sound, or maybe raining. I think this is a hard job.
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Any other hard jobs you can think of?
I agree with the other guy that clean is hard in
Yeah.
some places. Yeah, because for example, in the United States, you get a lot of machines are that do the work for you. Than
Yeah,
in
some
the other countries, like in my country, you don't have some machines that can you help that could you help can you help
that can help you.
can help you, yeah.
All right, good point.
Yeah.
Anatoly, what are some jobs you think make people unhappy?
For example, guard in the prison.
Ooh, interesting one. So why do you think that is an unhappy job?
Because everyday life includes so many meeting with so many unhappy people,
Mm-hmm.
and it is mm, like obligation, a life obligation.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Kind of a scary job too. All right. And Abimelech, what are some jobs you think make people unhappy?
Uh, in my opinion, the army job is very difficult,
Mm-hmm.
and also I think directing is also very difficult, in my opinion.
Directing movies?
Yes, directing movies,
And why
because
do you think that's so hard?
because if the movie fails, it can ruin the career of any person.
True. A lot of pressure.
Yes.
All right. So let's take a look then at the answers here. And then we'll talk about some of the factors. So the answers here are mostly from our list. The happy jobs, A through E in any order, are clergy, chefs, beauticians, plumbers, and mechanics. And the unhappy jobs are social workers, architects, and estate agents. So that probably comes as a surprise, or at least I was surprised when I read that. Is anyone else surprised at those answers?
Clergy,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
So,
I don't understand why estate agents are unhappy jobs.
which one note? Real estate?
Sorry. Yes, the estate agents.
I don't know, man. It's a difficult question to answer. This was just a study done in the UK. So maybe it's something about those crazy people over in the UK, right? Monica, were you surprised by these answers?
Yeah, I am surprised because I don't think that architects are unhappy. Because I think they are a creativity persons, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I am
All right.
surprised.
Anatoly, are you surprised?
I thought about professional estate agents as the unhappiest, but I thought it was only my mm, opinion about that job. As it appears, it is not only mine. opinion.
Yeah. All right. So more people agree with you than you expected.
Yes.
All right. And Abimelech, were you surprised by any of this?
Yes, I am surprised on social workers. Why are they unhappy? Because as far as I know, social workers are very happy in my country also.
Well, I think I can understand why social workers is kind of a sad job. And maybe this has to do with the definition. A social worker is a person who deals with very poor people, so people who don't have enough money to feed themselves, or orphans, people who don't have parents.
Yeah.
And so I think it would be a very interesting job and a meaningful, fulfilling job, but I think it probably could also be kind of a sad, depressing job because you have to deal with a lot of people who are in bad situations.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's why the social worker are unhappy, because when you work with people that is in a bad situation, in a difficult situation, sometimes you feel the same like the people are you helping.
Mm-hmm.
That's why maybe for that reason you feel bad or you are not happy.
Very true. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming and participating in this class. I have to run because I have another class starting now. The next hour is going to be discussing images and reputations. So, talking about physical appearance and how we sometimes judge people by that appearance. If you guys are interested, I hope to see you there. And if not, I'll see you again another time. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.